Hello guys, this is Albert, real estate agent with Home Smart Professionals and team leader at the Hajdaraj Group. And today I have with me Serena, our team manager, and we will be discussing the top 5 reasons why you should move to Providence, Rhode Island. Without any further ado, what is reason number 1?
So, reason number 1 is affordability.
Okay.
With the average home price in Providence at $256,000, you'll find that the city is more affordable than any other nearby city. Compare that to the fact that it's half the average price point of New York City and Boston. New York is at $657,000 and Boston is at $660,000.
Affordability is one of really a big reason why we have seen in the last really 2 years a huge influx of buyers come from cities like Boston and New York. A $256,000 average for a single family home, that's the average sales price in Providence, will get you somewhere around a 13 to 16 to 1,800 square foot 2+ bedroom home in really good condition. Now, there's a lot that goes into this, but we want to keep this reason short. But the main reason is for an average price of $256,000, you could buy a single family home. And obviously, the data shows that in cities like Boston and New York, a price like that, you cannot touch anything. You're thinking about buying a single family.
Yeah.
You could potentially buy a small condo, but $256,000 really gets you almost nothing in a city like Boston or Providence. So that's why we chose this as reason number 1, because it's really important. Affordability is something that you cannot beat in Providence, and that's why you should consider moving here.
Number 2, great location, variety of living, and ease of movement. Okay.
All right.
Providence offers multiple styles of living, choices for styles of living for anyone who wants to come live here. There's city style living in apartments and high rises, which you can find downtown. That's probably like the least common. You have single family homes, which are everywhere in Providence. One of our favorite areas is the Blackstone Boulevard area on the east side. That's a little more expensive, but there are plenty of affordable options for single family homes throughout Providence.
Yep.
And then the third option is multifamily living, which you can find a property that has 2 to 4 units. You can live in one of the apartments and rent out the other ones, get income, and then not have to pay for you're living for free.
Yeah, you pretty much live rent free. Tenants will pay your mortgage. It's a really hot market. The multifamily market in Providence, really in Rhode Island, but especially in Providence, is very hot. We have people from all over the country looking to move, purchase a property like that, or looking to invest. It's a really hot market. So it's definitely something you want to consider. And the crazy part is that they're located in nice areas, so you have them spread out all over the city, which makes it great, and it's never a bad investment.
So to make Providence even sweeter, it's perfectly located. Providence is a great place for commuters to live. You're 45 or you're 50 minutes from downtown Boston. You're about 45 minutes from downtown Newport. You are an hour.
I'd say it's like
maybe
40
40 minutes from downtown Newport. You're an hour from Connecticut, and you are less than 3 hours from New York City. So let's say you work between Boston and New York. Providence is the perfect location for you.
Yes.
And you can take the train to either place easily. Also, Providence itself enjoys beautiful waterfront views because it's located in Rhode Island. If you go to neighborhoods like Fox Point or downtown, you see the water. It's beautiful. The city is very car friendly, which makes it easy to visit all these nearby places. Providence is not a city with too many high rises like Boston and New York. So you'll find that you can find parking easily. You probably have a driveway if you own a home in Providence. It's easy to get around. It's easy to get out of the city. And if you don't have a car, you can probably find a bus stop within 1 to 3 blocks from you, wherever you are. You can take the bus anywhere inside Providence and outside into other areas of Rhode Island. You can take the train so easily, which is right in downtown Providence, to anywhere you want to go outside the state. And During the warmer months, they have the ferry. So you can take that ferry to Newport and enjoy a weekend in Newport or a day in Newport. And it runs like, I want to say, every 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, something like that.
Throughout the day.
Yeah, it's very often and very efficient.
Mm-hmm.
The city is also extremely biker friendly. With bike lanes everywhere. During the warmer months, you will see a lot of residents biking from their homes to wherever they're going that day. There's a lot of bike paths. It's a really, really good city if you're into biking and if you want to just bike everywhere. And
Absolutely.
because, it's busy. I don't want to say it's not busy, but compared to bigger cities, it's not crazy busy with traffic. It makes it more safer, just more fun if you're into biking, if you're a biker. All right, reason number 3. Award-winning restaurants and great bars.
Yeah, our favorite reason.
Absolutely. That is why we are here.
So just a few years ago, Providence was actually named Best Food City in America by Travel and Leisure. And there is a reason for that. We have several James Beard nominated chefs around here. James Mark of North, Benjamin Suckle of Oberlin, Derek Wagner of Nick's on Broadway. And then there are many, many more amazing restaurants aside from, and chefs aside from these 3. Aleppo Sweets was rated one of the best new restaurants of 2019 by Bon Appetit. And Big King, one of James Mark's other restaurants, was also named one of the best new restaurants recently, I think the year before. Aside from those names, there are many fantastic, diverse restaurants. They focus on using local produce. They make craft food, and they create unique experiences for their customers. There's Los Andes, there's Cafe Nuovo, there's Al Forno. These are local favorites for special occasions. And then there are amazing brunch spots like Nick's on Broadway, Julian's, Rhode Island. We love Rhode Island for their bottomless mimosas.
Absolutely.
You can find fresh creative donuts at PVD Donuts. Your new favorite tacos at Tallulah's Taqueria, where you can sit outside. They have a nice setup out there during the summertime. There are fantastic vegetarian and vegan options like The Grange, Garden Grill, the new Plant City that has like multiple restaurants, and it's just super cool. It's a cool scene for vegetarians and people who are not vegetarian who want to eat vegetarian. And the city has incredible diversity. So you can find pretty much any type of food you're looking for here. We can thank Johnson & Wales for that because their culinary program brings a lot of, aspiring chefs here. And then we can thank Providence for the fact that they stay here afterward.
Yeah.
And they create these awesome restaurants that we get to enjoy. If nightlife is something that you seek, you can also very easily find it here. We have craft cocktail bars like the Eddie, the Cortland Club, the Dean Bar. We have dive bars like Nick and E's, rooftop bars like the Rooftop at Providence G or Mare. We've got beer halls like Bayberry Beer Hall, which is an awesome spot for brunch, and hidden speakeasies like Justine's. Providence pretty much has something for everyone to enjoy. There are a ton of fantastic breweries. Directly inside Providence, we have Revival Brewing. We've got Long Live Beer Works and Providence Brewing Co. And then outside of the city, there are a ton of other breweries like Whalers, which is a very well-known, acclaimed brewery. I think they're APA won number 1 American Pale Ale might have been in the country recently. And then we have Proclamation Ale, Newport Craft Brewing, Foolproof in nearby Pawtucket. So plenty of things to do. You can go brewery hopping on a weekend if you want to. I would say the only thing that we are lacking here is the club scene.
Yeah.
Right?
Very small club scene.
Yeah.
If you're looking for that, like party lifestyle, nice nightclub, you're really not going to find it here. You might head to Boston, but good news, you're only 45 minutes away.
Exactly.
So it's not that far.
Train ride away.
Train ride away. I mean, I don't know.
A drunken train ride is fine. You don't have to drive.
Yeah, don't drive. You're right. All right, so that was reason number 3. Before we get into reason number 4, guys, don't forget to hit subscribe, click the bell to get notifications whenever we post these videos. We do this once a week. We cover everything you need to know about Rhode Island, how it is to eat, live, sleep, play here, and own some real estate. And also, if you have any questions about moving here, we have people reaching out to us all the time from all over the country who are considering moving down here. Please do not hesitate to reach out. We will put our information below, so just contact us anytime. We're available. With that said, let's go into reason number 4. There are countless experiences to be had in Providence. There is a beautiful Roger Williams Park, which is home to the Museum of Natural History and the Roger Williams Zoo. The Museum of Natural History is the perfect place to learn about the history of Providence, and is also home to Rhode Island's only planetarium. The zoo is one of the oldest in the country, and at 40 acres large is home to a wide variety of animals from all over the globe.
The perfect place to go with family on
Yeah.
a weekend.
Absolutely.
The kids.
Yeah.
As a result of being home to RISD, the Rhode Island School of Design, we have many local artists here in Providence, right? A huge art scene here. You'll find exhibits happening around the College Hill and downtown area of the city. We, of course, have RISD's Museum of Art, host to a wide variety of global art from all over. The Providence Children's Museum offers creative, engaging experiences to help kids learn through play. We've got Trinity Rep Theater, which is one of the most well-respected regional theaters in the country. And then PPAC, the Providence Performing Arts Center, a multi-use theater that hosts Broadway-level theater performances, concerts, plays, and films. I actually saw Wicked and Rent there a few years ago, and both were incredible. Definitely Broadway level.
We have the Strand.
Yeah.
Or called Lupos,
Yeah.
which is also downtown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a small concert venue that has been around for decades and has hosted the likes of James Brown, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Post Malone.
Yeah. In the warmer months, we have one of my favorite things, which is water fire nights every other weekend. So basically, there are torches lit in the Providence River, and along the river, they close down all of those streets, and you'll see different local artisans and restaurants and whatever setting up shop. They have their little setups across, and you can just walk through and shop around, and you can I remember one, I think last year, or not last year, 2 years ago, because last year was COVID. About 2 years ago, they had like donuts and beer, and you have a great time. You have a drink, you get a donut, you walk around, you shop, and it's super fun. It's a great thing to do during the summertime. Which another thing that's awesome during the summer is your favorite.
Yes, Little Italy. Federal Hill is Providence's Little Italy, featuring a number of Italian restaurants and shops, such as the famous Vanda Ravioli Italian grocery and restaurant, Caserta's Pizza, very popular pizza. Dave Portnoy was there and had the pizza. Pastiche, my top favorite dessert place in the world.
He goes about 3 times a week.
No,
Yeah.
not 3 times a week. Every Friday night. Federal Hill is definitely fun. You can have really good food there, really good restaurants. Then there's also some nightlife. So it's definitely a lot of fun.
Yep. And then there's one of my favorite things, which are the Providence Flea and Farmers Markets. They happen every single week, all year long. The farmers market is on Saturdays, the flea market on Sundays, and during the summertime, you can walk around and you have live bands playing outside. The farmers market's on Blackstone Boulevard in the park, and the flea market's on South Water Street, where you'll have like food trucks set up across. You can grab something from the food truck, shop around, listen to music. You have the water view. It's beautiful. It's a lot of fun.
And then we have the East Bay Bike Path. It's a 14.5-mile trail that starts in Providence and continues all along the way, the Narragansett Bay to Bristol. It's really fun. I mean, we do it all the time. I go for runs there. It's an amazing bike path. Then we also have India Point Park, where the bike path begins. It's one of Providence's most beautiful parks, and it's right on the water.
Yeah.
There are outdoor markets and events every weekend in the summer.
There's a super fun one. The oyster, it's like an oyster event. I don't know what you would call it.
It's like a bunch of oysters partying.
You can get.
Are humans allowed to
They
go?
have like different places set up, and you can go and get oysters and like different food, and you walk around. It's just another one of like Providence's events are usually
You have
that.
to dress up like an oyster?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. So it's just a regular party with oysters. Oyster party.
It's an oyster party.
It's an oyster party. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. And every year the city hosts PVD Fest.
Yep.
PVD Fest is amazing. It's in the streets of downtown Providence.
Mm-hmm.
The streets are blocked, and it kind of reminds you of New Orleans, right? When you're partying and just walking around.
Yeah.
There's foods. There's just live music. Every corner, there's a local artist performing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really cool and a good way and fun to get
You held a
together with
snake
friends.
one year.
I did hold a snake
You
one year.
kissed it on the
Oh,
mouth.
if I have the picture, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it. I did hold a snake. That was crazy. There was a lot of alcohol in me at the time
Yeah.
when I was holding the snake. But the guy seemed trustworthy. He was shirtless, but he seemed trustworthy, and he said, "The snake won't hurt you," and I believed it.
That poor snake.
Yeah. All right. So this
Yeah.
is reason number
5.
We left this for the end
Mhm.
because it's really cool,
Well,
and it's kind
because
of
you
what.
kind of had to hear about everything else.
Yeah,
to
and then see
understand.
like really what makes us, what makes Providence.
Yeah.
Providence. So
Mhm.
reason number 5 is small city, strong community.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So, as you can see, there's a huge emphasis on locality in Providence, right? So it works because the city and state are so small, so it's easy to keep things local. The city is constantly expanding and evolving. We're home to some of the most creative individuals in the country because of, RISD and Jay Wu being here. And then you're home to Brown University. So it's a great perk for the residents of Providence, and it brings a lot to the table here. And then number 3 is that there's so many entrepreneurial types here. So there's no shortage of small businesses to support.
Yes.
We have a number of small shops. We have craft restaurants. We have locally grown produce and crafted food products, locally raised animal products, and locally caught seafood, local artisans who make handmade goods. You have everything here that you need. As a result, Providence and Rhode Island in general has an incredibly supportive community that is enthusiastic about buying local. So the Hope Artiste Village just outside of Providence in Pawtucket, Rhode Island is a testament to that. A huge amount of the creatives in Providence set up shop in this complex to showcase their products and be in a workspace surrounded by other artisans. People can walk through the building any day and shop local. It's just that we make it easy for people to be able to do that, Not every single place. These days, I feel like you have to go online for to find like handmade or crafted things because it's franchises everywhere you walk especially in other cities. But here, I think everything is local, I can't even think about any other than in the Providence Mall, like, you know what I mean? I mean, in Providence though, like other than the mall, you're not seeing any big stores around. And I mean, there is like Waterman Square where they have like West Elm, but otherwise it's pretty much all local businesses that you're supporting when you walk around and shop in Providence, which is really cool, and it's cool that we make it even easier. You don't have to own your own small shop. You can just rent a space at the Hope Artiste Village, and you can work out of there, and people can just come in and shop whenever they want.
Yep.
Which is really cool.
All right. So these were the top 5 reasons that we chose that you should consider when moving to Providence, Rhode Island. If you'd like more information regarding this, we have a blog on our website. Actually, there it's top 10 reasons. There's more reasons. It's more in depth. Everything is explained a little bit more in depth. If you would like to find out more, head on to our website. The link is going to be below. Click the blog and take a look. And again, if you have any questions about moving down here, we have people reaching out to us all the time regarding this. Do not hesitate to reach us. Email, phone is going to be in the bottom. Again, my name is Albert, team leader of the Hajdaraj Group. This is Serena, team manager, and we are out.